I'll do a vlog today. This is about just a quick vlog on why my vlogs are all over the place at the moment, which they are. But then again, I'm an ideas guy, so years ago you probably got business possible. Actually, just to get an idea, write it down. Today, you just get an idea and make a vlog of it. Yeah, it's the same. Digital version of it. So, but because all social media platforms have a search engine. Like my driving vlogs will come up and driving, it's some sort of agency driver, it'll come up agency driver. But I make me agency driver vlogs because, I was an agency driver for 8 years. So obviously I've got an interest in agency driving and how the parameters as they change. And if my experience being an agency driver helps other people, all well and good. I do videos on van life because I lived in a car for nearly a year and a half, over a year and a half, nearly 2 years. But so I've got an interest in van life. Yeah, I chose to live in a car, although I didn't really have a choice but to live in a car. But eventually, I lived in a car, and enjoyed it. But most people living in a car usually will have to live in a car because they haven't got a choice, which is why I had to live in a car, because I didn't have a choice, because I wasn't earning enough to pay rent. So if that helps people, my vlogs may help people that way. So I've got interest in van life, whatever. Yeah, I've driven a van commercially for donkey's years, and I know if you ever when you load a van, depending on how you load it, you're going to load that van 4 times a day. And when you think how many parcels go on a van, so you can't get an envelope in the van, it's full round. And you've got to do that to load it. You've got to unload it. Then you've got to load it with collections, and then you've got to unload it again. I've done enough time walking up and down, up and down, up and down a 4-metre van over the years. I know how much space there is in a van and how much space you've got to heat up in the snow if you live in one. In a car, you've got virtually hardly any space to heat up, which makes it's easier to live in a car. And with a van, you have to build storage. In a car, you don't, because the back seats hold the storage. Behind the back seats hold the storage, and the back seats hold the storage in. So straight away, it's much easier living in a car than it is a van. Although you have more space in a van, but then you have more space to put more clutter and more storage, then you need more storage for it. In a car you don't have much space, so basically you can't fit much in it, which is great. Some of my vlogs about car life are because I lived in a car. Most vlogs are about domain names because I own domain names. I've owned domain names for years. And I was buying GTLDs, domain names, at the start of the new GTLDs at 2014-ish, blocks. So, the vlogs I make are about my interest. I've done many vlogs about my day trading, because I'm interested in day trading, and I've got a day trading account. And I've had the same trading account for a year or so now. I'm still in profit. I'm not actually busted account, which is an achievement in itself. If you ever do day trading, you'll know that it's easy to bust a trading account. You only want the stock market to go up down a bit fast, and you bust your trading account. So to have one for a year, I'm just not seeing now how long I can do that, keep my day trading account without busting it, the balance. So all the vlogs I make are of the interests I've got. So they're going to be, someone might sell a website address for £1 million, which happens frequently at the moment. So obviously I'm going to say I'll make a domain name blog. Or the economy could crash, which means that as I trade the stock market on my Backtors account, that will be relevant at the time it is. So the vlogs I make are because of my interests, and like van life. There's a thing about van life now, trying to stop van life, but they can't stop van life because people who are living in vans can't afford to pay rent. So they've got nowhere to go but to live in vans, which is the same situation I was in. So that again occasionally will be relevant, so I'll make a vlog about that. living in a rented room. I've lived in a rented room for over 20 years, paying landlords for 20 years. So I know a little bit about living in a rented room, paying fortunes to landlords forever. Which is why when I lived in a car, it was great. But so all my vlogs are relevant at the time that they're relevant, or the ideas I have relevant, which is why they're all over the place. But they're relevant at the time I make them. If that makes sense to you. Hope that helps. Adios.